9 out of 10 cat owners didn't see it until it was too late. Not because they didn't pay attention, but because their cat simply didn't tell them she was suffering. This is not an accusation. This is biology, and today this changes for you, once and for all. Cats have learned over millennia to hide pain. That's no secret, it's survival. An injured animal in the wild is an easy target, so they show no weakness. Never. But here is the problem. This survival strategy still works even when she lives with you. Even with you, although you protect her, although she is safe, she hides what hurts. And you can only see it if you know what to really look for. There are 5 signs. No vague feelings. No guesses. 5 concrete, observable signals. Each of these signs has an explanation, and when you understand them, you will never look away again. I will also show you a tool today that vets worldwide use, and you can use it for free. It's called the Cat Grimace Scale, and it can show you in 5 seconds what your cat feels. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do tonight, concretely, immediately. Not someday, not when it gets worse. Today, because pain has no time to wait. Before we start, if you're thinking of your cat right now and feel uneasy, that's right. This feeling is not panic. It is love that has become attentive. Good. Stay with it. And think about what I will show you in a moment. These 5 signs will change your view forever. Not in a heavy way, in a clear way, in a way that gives you back control. You might see the first sign tomorrow morning if you know where to look. She is sleeping. That's it. She's sleeping, and yet something is different about this sleep than before. Cats sleep up to 16 hours a day. You know that. But not every sleep means recovery. A healthy cat sleeps relaxed, paws loose, body soft. She lets herself go. A cat in pain sleeps differently. She is contracted, tense. She is looking for something. She changes places more often than usual, lies briefly here, then there, then somewhere else again. This is not moody behavior. This is an animal trying to escape pain through position. Observe whether she curls up and hides her belly, as if protecting herself. Observe whether her paws are tucked in instead of stretched out, and whether her shoulders look hunched. Observe whether she no longer lies where she always lay, her favorite spot remains empty. These 3 things together are no coincidence. This is her way of saying, something is wrong here. You don't have to do anything, except look. Really look, as you are learning right now. The second sign is the one that surprised me the most when I first heard about it. It has nothing to do with behavior. It has to do with her face, with 5 very specific points. Researchers at the University of Montreal have developed something called the Cat Grimace Scale. They systematically investigated what changes in a cat's face when it is in pain. The result is precise, validated, and free, and you can apply it at home today. The first point, the eyes. Not closed like in deep sleep, but half closed, tense. It looks like blinking, but it isn't. The lids are not relaxed, they are pinched. The second point, the nose. A relaxed cat has a soft nose area, round and loose. In pain, the root of the nose contracts, small wrinkles appear, almost imperceptible, but there. The third point, the whiskers. Normally they stand loosely to the side or slightly forward. In pain, they are pulled back, laid flat against the head, as if making herself small. The fourth point, the ears. Healthy cats have relaxed ears that point curiously in all directions. Pain pulls the ears back and down, laid flat against the side, as if shielding themselves. The fifth point, the head. A cat in pain often holds its head lower than usual, slightly bowed. These 5 points together result in a score. The more you recognize, the more she is suffering right now. You don't need a degree for this. You just need this picture in your head and your eyes open. I have to pause briefly because this is really important. The cat Grimace Scale is not there to scare you. It is there to give you security. Because with it you stop guessing. Because you start seeing. That is empowerment, not a diagnosis. Many owners know the third sign, but very few know what it really means. She no longer grooms herself, or she grooms herself differently than usual. Both are a signal for different reasons. Grooming is not just hygiene for a cat. It is regulation. It is self-care. It is control. A cat that has stopped grooming often no longer has the strength for what used to be a matter of course. Her fur looks dull, matted in the places she used to groom daily. That is noticeable. But there is also the opposite, and almost everyone overlooks this. Over-grooming, i.e. too much care. Some cats lick themselves intensively in a certain spot, over and over again, the same spot, in circles. This is not a quirk. This is her attempt to soothe a point of pain, through touch, through warmth. If you see bald patches, red skin, or sore spots under the fur, then there is something underneath. It is not always pain. Sometimes it is stress. But both deserve your attention now. The question with the third sign is simple. Has her grooming behavior changed in the last few weeks? Not dramatically, not overnight, but slowly, creeping, exactly how pain often begins. Because pain never arrives and says, "Hello, I'm here." It sneaks in, centimeter by centimeter. And your gaze, your sharpened, attentive gaze after this video, is the only thing that sees it. The fourth sign is the one most frequently misinterpreted, and the one that touches my heart the most. She withdraws. She, who always sat next to you, who greeted you, who called. Suddenly she is under the bed, behind the sofa, in the back of the closet, somewhere you can hardly find her. You call her name. Nothing. Or she looks briefly, and turns away again. That hurts. But here is something that almost no one has ever heard. This hiding is not a withdrawal from you. It is a withdrawal into the safety of being alone, a deeply rooted instinct when something is wrong. Animals that feel weak seek confined spaces, darkness, warmth, protection from all sides. It is not rejection. It is the oldest survival program within her for millennia. But it sends you a message, if you know how to translate it. She needs help. Not distance, not she wants to be alone, but help, in her silent, invisible way. When a cat that is naturally social suddenly hides, it is a medical signal. Not always, not automatically, but often enough that you shouldn't just dismiss it as a mood. The fifth sign, the one that comes at night, the one that wakes you up, or the one that worries you because it's missing. Your cat has a voice you know, her way of meowing when she is hungry, when she plays, when she greets you. You recognize these sounds, even if you never consciously learned them. You know them. But then there are sounds that don't fit, or a silence that feels different than usual. Some cats that suffer become loud, especially at night, when everything is quiet and the pain louder. A long, high wail, a meow without a pause, a sound like a question getting no answer. Others become quiet. Cats that always talk to you suddenly say, nothing at all. Not because they are satisfied, but because exhaustion and pain take the energy to raise their voice. This silence is not reassuring. This silence can be the loudest signal she has ever given you. Changed vocalization doesn't automatically mean pain, but it always means something has changed. And change, in an animal that loves routines like no other creature, is always worth a look. That question from the beginning, the question of what you don't see, now gets a completely different answer. You see it now. Not everything, but enough. Enough to take the next step. Now we have discussed all 5 signs, and I wonder what you are feeling right now, really. Perhaps relief, because you finally have words for what you already suspected but couldn't name. Perhaps unease, because you just recognized one of these signs in your cat right now. Both are right. Both are understandable. and both lead to the same next step. Recognizing these signs does not mean something is terribly wrong. It means you paid attention. It means you now have a language for something she could never tell you in words. And this language is not a diagnosis. It is an invitation to a conversation with someone who can help. Your vet is not your opponent in this moment. He is your ally if you tell him what you see. I noticed she grooms herself differently. She no longer lies in her favorite spot. Her face looks tense when she sleeps. These are sentences a vet understands immediately. You don't have to make a diagnosis. You just have to describe what you observe as accurately as possible. That is your job as the human who loves her. No more, and no less. That is perfectly enough. And if you are unsure, then use the cat Grimace Scale. It is free. It is simple. Look at your cat. Check the 5 points. Know what you see. Show it to your vet. This is not drama. This is care, the quietest, clearest form of love you can give her. I sometimes wonder, what would she tell you if she could about these signs, about the hiding? Would she say, "I didn't want to burden you," or "I didn't know you could look closely"? Write in the comments what you think, what she would tell you if she could, in this moment. We read every comment, because no answer is wrong, and because you are not alone with this question. Tonight, when you come home, or when you look up right now, just look at her. Not to find something, not with fear, but with the new attention you just gained. Look at her eyes, at her whiskers, at her ears, at the way she lies. 5 seconds. That's all. 5 seconds of honest looking every day can change everything. You are not powerless. You never were. You just didn't know what to look for yet. Now you know, and that is worth more than you might believe right now.